Hello there, it is I, Kung Fu Cutman, and here we are at my first Let's Play. This is Sonic Adventure 2, and as you saw there, this is not the GameCube version or the PlayStation Network or Xbox Live Arcade version. This is the original Dreamcast release. That's right, I own the original copy of the game for the Sega Dreamcast, something that a lot of people unfortunately don't have. I'm one of the lucky person who actually owns a copy of the Sega Dreamcast version. Yeah, that intro. This is not the intro you get in the PlayStation Network or Xbox Live Arcade edition, at least as far as I'm concerned. And it's not the intro you get on the GameCube version, definitely. Actually, this was actually a game I grew up with as a child. But nowadays, I mean, it's a really great game. But am I the only one who thinks there's a bit of a problem with this game? I mean, not saying it's a bad game, far from it, but there's just a lot of problems that people tend to overlook. But before I explain that, cutscene.
Sigma Alpha 2 heading due south over the city. We're en route. Everything's a go.
This is Control Tower. We have you on radar. Report cargo status of captured Hedgehog aboard. Over.
That's a 10-4. Cargo secured on board and... What? The
Didn't copy
Hedgehog
that.
is
Over.
gone. He's taken out everyone aboard and...
What's wrong?
What in the
Come
world?
in. Over.
Freeze! What do you think you're doing? Get that Hedgehog!
Talk about low-budget flights, no food or movies. I'm out of here. I like running better.
Now, as I was saying, it is a good game, but there's just a lot of problem I find in there that, you know, a lot of people tend to overlook, probably because of how everything else is actually really good, like this scene here. Now, I'm gonna explain all that later when we get there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to City Escape, the first level of the entire game. Okay, I shouldn't say the entire game, the first level of the hero stage. There are actually two separate stories when you start. There's the hero story and the dark story. I'm starting with the hero story, and after I'm done with the hero story, I'll go to the dark story. Now, basically, this game is divided into two separate stories. 3 once you unlock the last story, but we'll get to that later. Now, you can choose between the hero and the dark story. If you choose hero, your mission is to save the world, like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. As Dark, you have you get the tendency to rule the world with Dr. Eggman and 2 newcomers, Shadow the Hedgehog and Rouge the Bat. We'll get to these characters later. Now, about City Escape, this is actually one of my favorite levels, considering in Sonic history. Considering of how you just go so fast, you know, and how it's just like a really fun level, especially at the very end, when we'll get to that again. But you know, the only problem I have with this stage is that it feels so linear. Like, you know, that's one of the problems I have with Sonic stages and even Shadow stages, that it feels so linear. Like, when the Sonic Adventure, the first one, when you have multiple pathways. I shouldn't say I have multiple pathways, but you have some certain areas, and you know, you explore certain areas, and and there's reward that the game will reward you with certain things, like a little extra life or ring boxes. Here, unless I'm missing a pathway or something, there's barely any of that. There might be like crates that you can break in order to get certain things, like rings or whatever. But honestly, this game just feels so linear, and as you saw there, screw up there. But yeah, anyway. The reason why I screw up is just, you know, when I was recording, there's a bit of a delay. Oh, god damn it! Anyway, when I record, there was a bit of a delay on my control. Normally, I'm good at this game. It's just when I recorded this game on my dad's DVR, it feels a bit delayed. Like, you know, when I press a button, it takes like a split second in order for the character to jump. I mean, it's just a split second, but it's enough to be noticeable. Okay. So, about Sonic Adventure 2, what I think about it. You know, like, as a kid, I absolutely loved this game. You know, I still do. It's a really great game when I was a kid. It was the game that got me into the Sonic franchise. considering of how it's odd for me because I'm named Kung Fu Cutman. Because I do love the Mega Man franchise, and I'll get to that later. But when it comes to Sonic, I grew up with Sonic. I could say the same for Mario and all, but when it comes to other companies, Sonic was the one guy who I grew up with. Now, I'm not big of a fan of Sonic as I used to, because I have the bad fan base, which I'll talk about later. But I still appreciate it. Now, I know I'm about 30 seconds late there, but this is the Mad Convoy race. At least that's from the title. That's pretty much the ending that I was talking about at the beginning, and it's my favorite part of City Escape because you're getting chased by a giant gun truck. What's not to like? And like you'll see right here, you get ranking on when you're done the level. Which is a first on this series. Okay, there's a cutscene coming, so I'll stop right now.
This game of tag is boring. I'm out of here. Finally decided to show up, eh? Okay, bring it
Spider
on!
Troop Bigfoot reporting to headquarters. Intruder has been located.
Copy that.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we're facing against the first boss of the game. This is Bigfoot. He's pretty much a GUN mech, as you might say. And watch me as I rape this boss. Literally. But, okay, I shouldn't say rape, but you get what I mean, right? There's two ways of defeating this boss. One is, right, so you're seeing right here, the pathetically easy way, just you're jumping on a crate and just repeatedly jumping on your enemy. And the other is just to wait until until Bigfoot lands.
Hey guys,
It takes a while, but I recommend you to take the easy way, because it's easy. What's not to like about easy stuff? I like easy stuff.
What?
It all starts with this. A jewel containing the ultimate power.
That's the Chaos Emerald! Now I know what's going on. The military has mistaken me for the likes of you. So, where do you think you're going with that emerald? Say something, you fake hedgehog!
Chaos control!
He's fast! Hey, it's not his speed. He must be using the Chaos Emerald to warp.
Shadow. I'm the world's ultimate life form. There's no time for games. Farewell!
Shadow! What in...
Don't move! Stay where you are! Keep your hands up in the air!
I'm gonna mistake Shadow for Sonic. I mean, one's clearly black and the other's clearly blue. How did that... Oh!
Just let it go. You just don't know when to give up, do you?
What are you talking about? That emerald's mine. You got that? The Master Emerald contains special powers that neutralize the energy of the Chaos Emeralds. That makes it very powerful.
What the?
What? Thief!
Look who's calling who a thief.
I came here following the signal from the Emerald. If I'm not mistaken, this is the Master Emerald, is it not?
Dr. Eggman.
So that's Dr. Eggman.
Well, I guess I can use it for something. I'll just take it with me. Farewell, knucklehead.
Not if I can help it.
What?
Ah! What was that all about? And look what you did to my emerald!
I did that to prevent the Master Emerald from being stolen, you idiot. If it's in pieces, I can restore it. And by the way, that's not your emerald.
Doesn't matter. I'll look into it once I get back to the base.
I despise anyone who takes jewels from me. All the world's gems are mine to keep.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Batgirl.
As I was saying, just how the hell did they mistake a black hedgehog over a blue hedgehog? Just doesn't make sense. I mean, I know it's been said over and over again, but I have to notice that problem too. How did they know? How did they think that Shadow was Sonic? I mean, at one point during the Dark Story, we clearly get we have a clear-cut view of Shadow the Hedgehog himself, yet they still think it's Sonic. And you know, are all the humans in this game colorblind or something? And hell, is Havy colorblind? Like a lot. And hell, Eggman's colorblind. Like almost every character in there, except for Sonic and Shadow, seems to be colorblind because they can't tell a black hedgehog over a blue hedgehog. I still don't get that plot hole. It's one of the problems I have with Sonic Adventure 2, the many plot holes that the story has. I mean, the story is more interesting than, say, Sonic Adventure, but god damn it, the plot holes in there just hinders it. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, this is Wild Canyon. The first stage for Knuckles the Echidna. Basically, stage introduces us to the gimmick of Knuckles treasure hunting. And let's just say it's one of my least favorite gameplay mechanics in Sonic stages, in Sonic history I should say. Not saying, I mean, it does work in some games, like especially Sonic Adventure, but that's about it. Like, Sonic Adventure 2, it barely works. Like, for one thing, you see right out at the bottom? Well, it works fine now, but if you were close to a Master Emerald piece, and that's not the one that the Emerald radar wants you to detect, then they won't detect it at all. So to basically put it, the radar has been significantly butchered, and because of it, it just makes it feel broken, like you're like especially in later stages, like my least favorite Knuckles stage, Mad Space. And because the radar is significantly butchered, it just doesn't feel, it just makes it feel broken for me. I mean, I shouldn't say broken, like in certain stages, in certain stages it's a bit harder than it should be. In Mad Space, it is nearly impossible to clear the stage, because of how all the emeralds are just random, like they're not in one place, they're all random. And another problem is that in the Sonic Adventure when you get Tikal's help, she'll lead you the way, Well, in this game, you have to talk to those screens, the monitors I should say, and they will and instead of telling you where the emeralds are, they tell you hints, which means you have to memorize the levels. And in a lot of stages, huge stages, mind you, that's gonna be a big problem. But as for the controls of Knuckles himself, I really do like how he controls there. He can kill enemies with ease, he can glide up in the air without any problems, and he's actually one of the better characters in the game. So at least there is that.
I found him.
And now I just finished the stage. So, this is a problem for me, the whole treasure hunting thing, Sonic Adventure,
I feel good.
I really didn't mind it, but in this game, I really hate it. But anywho, when we get back, in part 2, we'll play as Tails in this game. See you then.